How's everybody doing? Sorry about that. We're going to get ready to get started in just a bit as we get ready to recap this amazing victory by the Tennessee Titans. Thank y'all for coming on in with me. I know holidays that tomorrow in a few hours it's going to be Christmas. So Merry Christmas to all of you. And we are going to celebrate an amazing Christmas gift that was given to us just last night as the Tennessee Titans found a way to get it done. So, yeah, come on in. We're going to have a good time and we're going to, we're going to basically do a lot of talking about this amazing game that has happened. So, get ready. The show will be starting in 1 minute time. Good evening, Titan Nation. How's everybody? Good evening, Titan Nation. How's everybody doing? Welcome into TNT Postgame. Merry Christmas to all of you. I'm your man, Chris, a.k.a. Blue Enforcer, and we're just going to have a good show to recap this amazing 20-17 victory that the Titans had over the San Francisco 49ers. They improved to 10-5 and are currently in the number 2 spot. They are in the number 2 position right now, right behind the Kansas City Chiefs and ahead of the New England Patriots, ahead of tomorrow and Sunday's action. And so glad people could join in. Make sure y'all share the show out and everything to all over YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Definitely make sure you share this show out. Almost at 1,100 subscribers. So it will be a great Christmas gift if I can get to 1,100. So if you can help me get to 1,100, please do so. I would definitely appreciate that. But make sure you share the show. And for this holiday, let me get 40 likes for Christmas. So if y'all could do that, that would be a great Christmas present that you guys would be giving me. And, I thank everybody for supporting. Again, if you want some TNT swag, you can definitely hit me up here. You can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My email is canewell817@gmail.com. For t-shirts, also hit my friend Miss Latoya on her Facebook, or also on Instagram at Queen Butterfly Tees, and also her email at queenbutterflytees@gmail.com. If you want a Titans of Truth hat, like the red one that you see here or the blue one that you saw last night, hit me up on my guy at Out the Crib Customs. That's at out_the_crib_customs on Instagram. So again, thank y'all for tuning in to the show as the Tennessee Titans, they get it done. They find a way, and it did not look good early. In the first half, it did not look good. But at the end of the day, the Tennessee Titans come back from 10 points down to get the win. And I see we got some people in here. Drumstar was in before, said we went out Kansas City in the past, lose one, we get the number 1 seed with a buy-in for extra rest. And we're going to talk about the playoff scenarios later on in the show. Beavis, what's up? How you doing? Merry Christmas, Kent Woods. How you doing? Definitely was a tale of two halves. I agree. Steve Crosio, what's going on? Reggie B down in H-Town. He's telling y'all what to do. Hit that like button. Spicy Curry, what's up with you? Tighten up, what's up? Titan D and AJ Brown. Well, we're going to talk about Two-Tone Blue Star of the Week and Dunce of the Day next week, but definitely get that in mind. And Ms. Mims, Merry Christmas to you as well and to your family. Merry Christmas to all of you. And yes, we are all Cardinals fans. We are all going to be Cardinals fans tomorrow. I will definitely be watching as well. So I appreciate everybody. Albert says, death to the Colts, Patriots, and Chiefs. Go kick Miami Dolphin tail. Yeah, we might have to, we're going to have to take care of Miami. Don't really care if the Colts win or lose, but we need the Bills to beat New England. And if that's so, that would keep them at bay. Ian, what's going on? Yeah, I'm ready for Christmas now, and definitely glad to be able to be around some family. Let's see, what's up? Let's see, Rashid, what's up? How you feeling about Downing? And we're gonna get into Todd Downing, but let's talk about this game. And as it was told, as Beavis said, it was a tale of two halves. The first half, and I'm going to first of all give the defense a lot of credit because the defense, they hung in there. They hung in there, and here is the layout from the game. The Titans get the win, 20-17. Ryan Tannehill, 22 of 29, 209 yards and a touchdown. He had 3 carries for 22 yards, including a big, huge 23-yard run that essentially put them in field goal range and basically was the knockout blow that Randy Bullock drills the 44-yarder home. Deontay Foreman gets into the end zone. Should have had 2 TDs, but got called back for a face mask, and I hate to say it, it was the right call because he did kind of have a grab. If he just had his hand in his face like that he could have got away with that. But it did look like he grabbed that face mask pretty good, so only had 1 touchdown. Jeremy McNichols, he had some key runs in one drive that got him down, and I believe that was for Deontay Foreman's first score, his touchdown. And that was very impressive. And of course, the guy on the graphic, Mr. A.J. Downtown Broadway Brown. Arthur Wan, comes back after being out for 3 weeks with a chest injury and comes out and balls. I mean, balled the F out. 16 targets, 11 catches, 145 yards, and the game tying. He took the lead with the touchdown when it made 17-10. And so, I mean, AJ Brown, what a way to come. Welcome back. And we needed every bit of what he did in that game. What a performance by AJ Brown. My goodness, as CW said, Brown was phenomenal. Yes, he was. What a game last night. It was so live last night in Nissan Stadium. Yeah, I saw some of the halftime light show. It looked like it was electric. And something I want to go back and do, I'm going to go back and watch the entire game. Like, not the condensed version. I'm talking about the whole King Caboodle game. I'm going to go back and watch all of it. because I want to enjoy every bit. It was great. And the defense stepped up major uh, with Bud getting a couple of sacks, not 3 sacks, but 2. Bud Dupree, of course, back-to-back games with a sack. He has 3 on the year now. Danico Autry, who probably was the best signing that the Titans had this offseason, his 8th sack of the year. Of course, Amani Hooker with a big interception that set up a touchdown, a touchdown. And then I cannot believe I'm saying this. Jack Rabbit Jenkins. Yes, at least for a week, I will not call him Janoris. I'm going to call him Jack Rabbit. Notched his first interception of the year on a very important game-turning play because San Francisco went down the field on their first drive. Very impressive first drive, by the way. And then the second drive, they were driving again. I'm like, oh, no, they're going to do it again. And if Kittle catches that ball, it's 14-0, and the Titans are definitely, climbing uphill, a very large uphill battle. And Jenkins getting that interception was huge to help turn around the game. That took some major points off the field, off the board. And then, of course, they held the 49ers to 83 yards rushing, but I ain't even going to lie. I got to give some respect to Mr. Deebo Samuel. That dude can play. No, I will not disrespect Deebo Samuel. I have to admit, it was a joy to watch A.J. Brown and Deebo Samuel play some football last night. It was. And also, I have to remember, shout out to the defense, holding George Kittle to 2 catches for 21 yards. I don't care what anybody says. That's impressive. Because George Kittle is one of the best tight ends in the league. So basically, against Kittle and Travis Kelce, get this, 9 catches, I want to say 86 yards, if I'm not mistaken. 9 catches, 86 yards between those 2 tight ends. I'm finna take a look and see what was the stat line for Travis Kelce. I knew he had like 7 grabs. I'm trying to see how many yards. Give me just a moment. But yeah, I mean, they shut Travis Kelce down. And it was very, very impressive what they did to him. Let's see. Titan Upload in the house. What's going on? Titan Upload, man? Good show as always. Let's see. Tighten up. Henry will come back fresh, and ain't nobody going to want to tackle him. You right about that. Shane Bowen is amazing. Keep up the good work. Shane Bowen has done a great job. Got to give that to him. Gonna let that interception get to his head. Nah, I don't know about that, but it was a good play. And Shane Bowen did an awesome job scheming up the defense to hold Kittle 2 catches, 21 yards. Absolutely. Very impressed by the defense. And they had their work cut out for them. That much is true. So, yeah, that was right. Kelce had 7 for 65, and Kittle had 2 for 21. So 9 catches, 86 yards between Kelce and Kittle. That is impressive. Impressive numbers. No doubt about it. So shout out to Shane Bowen and what the defense was able to do. And they probably should have had a couple more. Rashaan Evans should have had an interception, and one almost went over his head. Now, there was a very scary moment, was that Jimmy Garoppolo completely overshot Kyle Juszczyk. He had him wide open on a play, and nobody was even close to him. So it was great that it went over his head. But Titans defense did extremely well. On the offensive side, though, started off rough. Looked predictable, looked out of sync. It looked like another typical Todd Drowning type of game, where it's like you're running the same old plays thinking it's going to work. You're running when you should be throwing. You're throwing when you should be running. Tried the screen game, wasn't working. And, I called in to Stillman and Company earlier, and I don't know if Jared thought that I thought I was giving Downing credit. I really wasn't. All I said was he had a decent half of play calling. And when he said Downing stinks, I was like, I agree. Downing does suck. And I need to see more. I need to see more consistency. One little half of good play calling is not going to convince me Todd Downing's any good. He still sucks. Without a doubt. And, the run game wasn't really there. Only rushed for 90 yards, and 23 of that was Tannehill. Other than that, Deontay Foreman only had 9 carries, 17 yards. I believe, I cannot remember the stat line for Dontrell Hilliard. It wasn't a lot. So it really wasn't much of a running game. So the air attack had to do its job. And so, and they did get a little creative in the second half, but also I could tell Tannehill was like, look, I got to go to my horse. I got to go to my big gun, and that big gun was A.J. Brown. And as Titan Rob would say, set up for Randy. And I got to go back, and I want to hear that. The Randy chants were alive at Nissan Stadium, and he did his thing. So it was incredible. But the downside to all of this, and actually, you know what? Before I do that, even though some other national media probably won't, well, some have, but most won't. Shout out to Dylan Radunz. He finally gets his opportunity, because I will tell you, Taylor Lewan goes, is out with the back injury, and then today find out that he's on the COVID list. Saffold is on the COVID list. And so you're down your entire left side. So you're thinking it's going to be Brewer and Kendall Lamb. I'm like, oh no, not Kendall Lamb. Kendall Lamb sucks just as bad as Downing's play calling. But then find out that Kendall Lamb is on the COVID list because he tested positive. Hate that happened for him personally, and I hope everything will be okay. But then all I kept thinking is, oh my God, we might finally get to see it, because the Titans have no choice. They got to play him now. And that is Dylan Radunz. And, doesn't get the call until the day of the game. And then it's like, hey, Dylan, you're going to start your first game as a Titan. Oh, and by the way, good luck. You know who's on the other side? A guy with 15 sacks by the name of Nick Bosa. And so Dylan Radunz, it started off shaky, but I think he got a little bit better as the game went on. And I even said this on Stillman and Company as well. And Ty Rob, that's exactly the word I was going to say. It was a decent game for him. Now he had a little trouble, gave up like 3 hits, a sack, or something like that. But, and we gave up 4 sacks as a line. But how many sacks did Nick Bosa have? 0. Goose egg. Nothing. And he started off on that left side, again on the right side, Dylan Raiders on the left side. He had to go to the other side, and that's where he got some pressure against Quisenberry. And Quisenberry is not all that great, but I mean, Dylan Raiders, I think, did a decent job. I mean, I think he could definitely get better. And I think this was something that he can build on. Was it perfect? No. Was it great? No. But was it bad or terrible or abysmal? No. It was decent. It was decent. So I'm just glad that Dylan Raiders got his shot. And I think his natural position is left tackle because that's what he played in college. Even though he is versatile where he could play both tackle positions and even guard. So I wouldn't mind him playing right tackle when Taylor Lewan is healthy. I would say start Dylan Raiders at right tackle and Quisenberry can be the backup. So Dylan Raiders, good job. Now the bad side. And first off, I'm going to say A.J. Brown, 16 targets. Caught 11. Nothing bad about that. The only thing I felt was bad was Tannehill dropped back. I think there were 30 pass attempts. Well, no, there were 30 because A.J. Brown threw one. That's what it was. A.J. Brown threw one. But out of 29 pass attempts, 16 went to A.J. Brown. Nobody else had more than 3 targets. Nick Westbrook-Akina, I believe, only had 3. Swaim, I think, had 3. Ferguson, I think, had 2. And this is what I'm getting at. Julio Jones. I think it's a freaking atrocity that Julio Jones only got 1 target the whole game. 1 out of 29 passes. So I'll take that back. Let's take away A.J. Brown's 16 targets. That means there were 13 other targets that were out there. You mean to tell me Julio can't get but 1? I've said this many times on the show. A.J. Brown and Julio Jones should get 8 targets apiece, at least. At minimum, they each should get 8 targets. A.J. gets 16, again, I have no problem. Now, maybe you could have came down to maybe about 13 or 14, and Julio maybe gets 7 or 8. I would have been fine with that. But that's the only problem I have with Tannehill and with Todd Downing. They don't throw, and I know a lot of people are like, yeah, Julio ain't good. He's disappointing. We're wasting him, $15 million down the drain. I'm like, people, they're not throwing the man the freaking ball. I don't get it. If it's me, I'm going to make sure AJ gets the ball plenty. I'm going to make sure Julio gets the ball plenty. I don't care if Nick Westbrook-Akina gets a target or a catch or not. I don't care. Well, even though Nick Westbrook-Akina did have a couple of key third down catches, I'll give him that. I don't care if Jeff Swaim gets a catch. I really don't care if Ferguson gets one. But AJ and Julio should get 75% of the targets. Nick Westbrook-Akina maybe a few because he tends to catch just about everything thrown at him. I'll give him that. Out of 30 targets, Julio should have about 12. AJ should have about 12. Nick Westbrook-Akina, give him about 4. Well, no, I take it back. Yeah, 12 and 12, that's 24. Give Nick Westbrook-Akina about 3, that's 27. Give, maybe Ferkser and Chester Rogers 1, and that's about it. That's all I would do. Now, I did notice on a play, I think there was a route that was being ran. It looked like Julio wasn't able to run it at full speed. I did notice that. But I'm like, Downing, Tannehill, throw A.J. Brown the freaking ball. Come on, man. But I still got to give Tannehill some credit because I was about ready to turn against him. And he's holding me off right now. So, obviously, Tannehill missed AJ, as he said in his post game. He's like, I missed that guy. Obviously, they have a great connection. I just wish he could develop some type of connection with Julio. That's all I'm asking. I don't think I'm asking. I mean, I want to put this to y'all. Do y'all think I'm asking for too much? Am I asking for too much? Let me know in the comments. Let's see, Mark says it was refreshing to see what Tannehill could do with the NFL level pass catchers and proper protection. It wasn't great protection, but it wasn't terrible either. Yeah. Offense could become lethal with AJ and then Derrick Henry coming back. The official TY. Wish he could play right tackle. He's supposed to play right tackle, so maybe they'll give him a shot at that. We want a turnover battle. Yes, 2-0. They did not turn the ball over. I think Raiders will be fine too. Definitely getting healthy. Spicy Curry said, do you think we roll with Raiders and Lawan as our tackles? I wouldn't be against it. I would be okay with that. Tight ends were okay. Defense is battle tested. Ty Rossi, Merry Christmas to you and your lady. Quesenberry, okay. DQ, talk about Quesenberry. Should be third back up. Yeah. No turnovers, true. Offense isn't back yet. Got to get Julio going. The same way they force-fed AJ to do the same to Julio. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Get him involved. Hate to say it, but I bet Julio regrets accepting a trade. If I was him, I probably would regret it too. Because I don't know why they won't throw him the ball. And as Tyrod says, Tannehill hardly looks his way. I appreciate you, Ms. Mills. Good night. You have a good night. Let's see. Classic Rod say he still might be hurt. They might be using him as a decoy. I don't know why. Don't be using Julio as a decoy. Throw him the ball. Throw him the ball. It's okay to do that. But I did notice there was a route. It looked like Julio wasn't able to run it fully. So I don't know if that hamstring is fully back. But sometimes if you pull a hamstring or a Charlie horse, you kind of got to walk it off. And, playing may loosen it up a little. So, they got to give it loose, keep it loose. Because if it gets cold, that's when it could tighten up even more. Should we sit Julio? No. We need to get him acclimated and ready for the playoff. Spicy Curry says, no, we have 2 Hall of Fame level receivers. Target them. Kid says, no. You're exactly right. They need to get Julio involved. Time Rob said, we are officially on Henry designated to return watch. Yep, because as of Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, that's going to mark 8 weeks. And I've been saying it, I think The Miami game would be the perfect time for Derrick Henry to return. 2022 draft, 90% offense, offensive line, tight end, receiver. I am not against that. Walker got says, I think they're playing the art of deception game with Julio. They will use him in the playoffs, guaranteed. I don't know. If they won't target him in the regular season, I don't know what makes me think they're going to target him in the playoffs. I just don't know. And some think they don't want Julio to be hurt. I can understand that. You don't want Julio to get hurt. But if he's in the game, use him. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I mean, they could designate him to return next week because it gives him 21 days. So that's 3 weeks. And in that 3 weeks, you got Miami, week 1. 2 will be Houston if they don't play him. 3, if they get the number 1 seed, is a bye. And essentially, you're giving Derrick Henry another 4 weeks, another month to get himself together. But if I'm the Titans, I at least would try to play him in one of the last 2 games to at least get his feet under him. Knock off a little rust. So that's all I would say. And Vince T.Y. says, still rehabbing makes me nervous. You know Vrabel's not going to say anything. Vrabel is the type, he will do a lot of talking, but won't say anything. So, yeah, Titan fans will go crazy once Derrick Henry is in. That much is true. I don't know if Julio will necessarily retire, but I just hate that he hasn't been able to be on the field consistently. But man, what a win. I hear there were bullet chants. It was fun at Vibes nightclub last night. Had a lot of fun with everybody. And again, y'all make sure you get your Two-Tone Blue Star of the Week nominees together for Wednesday. I was definitely impressed with Zach Cunningham. I think he might be here for the long haul. Vrabel ought to say no comment every time he gets asked the same question. Just like AJ gave a boost, I think Henry will too. But I like Zach Cunningham as well. I think he makes Rashaan Evans pretty expendable. Again, I don't know who they'll keep between Evans and Brown, or if they keep neither. Because obviously David Long will be here to stay and Monty Rice, but I think they may bring back Jayon because just in case, because we see David Long has missed 6 games. And Monty Rice is probably out for the season. So, man, the official TY. I would love if that happens. AJ needs to tell Ryan, look, I know you give me the ball, but you can't throw it to Julio. So, it was fun. A fun game, fun atmosphere. I could tell it was loud. The light show looked amazing. I saw the Pain Train guy was there at the game too, at the 12th Titan. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if anybody who was there, let me know. Did the guy do the Pain Train? Did the guy do the Pain Train thing like live? Because he was there. So somebody let me know if he was like on the field, got the mic, like, it's the Pain Train and the Pain Train's coming. I wonder if he did that live instead of it being on the Tron. So somebody let me know if that was the case. Mark says, what was more surprising? AJ having over 140 yards or this old line not giving up a sack to Bosa? Ooh. Nice question. Easy answer. I have to say O-line not giving up a sack. O-line not giving up a sack to O-line not giving up a sack to Bosa, I thought was more impressive. Gotta admit that. Because I thought Bosa was gonna feast. We believe in this team, believe. Tannehill is trying to pull me in. Titan Rob, thank you for confirming. He did that live. Wow. Man, I wish I could have seen the footage of that. Man, I wish I could have seen the footage of that. That would have got, I know that gets everybody hyped. William Young says Fulton needs to get some new shoes. I did notice that. Fulton did do a lot of slipping and sliding. But man, it was a fun game. Tighten Up says I would rather have Khalif Raymond over Julio Jones. Please tell me that was like a Christmas joke. You're telling me you would rather have Khalif Raymond over Julio Jones. Let me take that comment off right there. Tighten up. Love you, but no. Walker Guy says, man, I would love to see that too. Henry and Foreman, God dog. If that's the case, I'll be like, God have mercy on anybody that faces those two. Great game, Titan. Good job for beating the Niners. Bengals, oh, you won. Yeah, y'all do. Take care of the Ravens and take care of the Chiefs for us. And that's how y'all can owe us. Tighten Up is tripping. Wow. Everybody laughing about that comment. I bet Julio will go off in the playoffs. I hope so. James Rogers said they were doubling Julio when he was in the game. He demands attention. That's true. He does demand attention. That much is true. So now that we talked about the game, it was great. Loved the final drive because when the 49ers scored and I knew there was like 2 minutes to go, I'm like, get in the field goal range or get a touchdown to win it. And they did. And Randy Bullock came through and sent us all home with a beautiful Christmas present. Happy for this team. Happy for this fan base. Got the win. But now, let's look forward. Got some big games coming up. And I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the rest of the league. As we take a look, tomorrow night, you got Cleveland at Green Bay. I will be looking at that game just to have some fun. Green Bay, I'm picking them to win because I'm probably going to do a little small bet. But the main game everybody's going to be paying attention to out in Arizona, 7:15 on the NFL Network, Indianapolis and Arizona. And this game is huge because if the Arizona Cardinals get the job done and beat the Indianapolis Colts, the Tennessee Titans will be back-to-back AFC South champions and clinch a playoff spot tomorrow night. Christmas could end on a very wonderful note if Arizona gets the job done. Now, no matter what, the magic number is 1. So even if Indianapolis wins, and I'm trying to think what's the rest of their schedule. I know they got the Jags and the Raiders, who are desperate. The Raiders are. But if the Arizona Cardinals win this game, we're the AFC South champs with 2 games left. But if Indianapolis wins, then we got to beat Miami, or Indianapolis loses to the Raiders, we win the South. But we're all going to be cheering for the Cardinals on tomorrow night, on Christmas night. Definitely going to be cheering Go Cardinals. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're definitely going to be cheering for the Cardinals. Now, A-Name says, forget Cards over Colts. Want to see Bills over Patriots and put over Kansas City. Give me that 1 seed back. I understand everybody want the 1 seed, but the Indianapolis game is more important. Let's win the division. Now, I also agree with that. That is another game on Sunday. Buffalo at New England. Because Buffalo had every chance to win the first game. And it would have kept us at the number 1 seed in the first place. But it's at New England. Buffalo has to beat New England. If Buffalo beats New England, that puts them a game behind us. And they're pretty much going to be locked in as the 3 seed. But another game we're going to be paying attention to at 3:25, Pittsburgh at Kansas City. If Pittsburgh beats Kansas City, Bills beat Patriots, no matter what happens in the Indy game, we're back to number 1 if those 2 teams lose. Be nice if all 3 lose, and we not only win the AFC South, but are back at the number 1 seed. Because we will be tied with Kansas City, but we have the tiebreaker over them because we beat them earlier this year, and New England would be number 3. And let me tell you why that would be important. Because if it finishes where the Titans are the number 1 seed, and the Patriots are at Kansas City and the Patriots are 2 and 3, then you know what that means. We're going to face the lower seed that's remaining. That would either be a 4 seed or one of the wild card teams. And that would mean that Kansas City and New England would have to play each other. And that means one of them will knock the other out. And that would also mean, if everything goes right, the AFC Championship, one of those teams has to come to Nissan Stadium. And I like our chances a hell of a lot better against Kansas City and New England at Nissan Stadium than I would in Foxborough or Arrowhead. And so that would be a great Christmas gift. And the Ravens are expected to start Huntley. So I may be picking, even though Huntley, did some good things against Baltimore, I might be picking Cincinnati. And let's see, the Pats are going to be without a running back and without Nelson Aguilar against the Bills. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find out any news on Kelsey and trying to see if I can find out any news on Kelsey and Tyreek Hill, because both of them are on the COVID list, but they're probably not going to activate them off until tomorrow. We'll definitely see. But you also know the Steelers are still in the playoff hunt too. Oh, and by the way, Dallas Cowboy fans, you're welcome. You're welcome. We got y'all in the playoffs too. Yeah, but it looks like the Ravens said they're expected to start Tyler Huntley. Let's see. Marches, Steelers, Bengals, Broncos are Chiefs' remaining 3 opponents. And all 3 of those teams are jockeying for playoff position. Steelers and Broncos are in the hunt. Bengals right now are the 4 seed. The Bengals are the lead in the AFC North right now. Arizona better not fold. Yeah, we got to get that. Chiefs play Bengals next week. That will be very interesting. I agree. If Kelsey and Hill play, Chiefs will probably win. And I probably agree with that. I think the Chiefs could very well win. I mean, I think the Steelers could do it too. I did see that Ryan Kelly is not playing for the Colts. And I'm not liking all this, oh, Jonathan Taylor should be MVP. I'd be like this. Jonathan Taylor wouldn't even be nowhere near the MVP conversation if Derrick Henry was healthy. He would be nowhere in the conversation. And Derrick Henry is still fifth in rushing despite being out half the year. Jonathan Taylor has 1,500 yards. Derrick Henry will probably be at about 1,700 right now. Jonathan Taylor wouldn't even be thought of if Derrick Henry was healthy. Now, I'm not going to disrespect Jonathan Taylor. Hell of a running back. I loved him coming out of Wisconsin. But to say, oh yeah, he should be MVP. He's the best running back in the league. No. No, he's not. There's only one running back that should be known as the best running back in the league. And that guy ain't playing right now. And he wears a crown on his head and wears number 22 in two-tone blue. Very interesting development. Ryan Kelly and Quinn Nelson are out due to COVID. Very interesting turn of events. So, I mean, I don't know if that's going to help make a difference against Arizona, but we will definitely see. Yeah, Ryan Kelly ruled out personal, Quinn Nelson, and Mark Glowinski. Wow. 3 of their starting offensive linemen are out. It'd be nice if Rondell Moore plays, but wow, 3 of 5 offensive linemen out for Indianapolis. Very, very interesting. Man. So we're definitely got to find out about that. But again, if Arizona beats the Colts, we're AFC South champs. If the Patriots and the Chiefs lose, we're back at the number 1 seed. So that's going to be very important. We can win the division tomorrow without even doing anything else. So I like our chances. Would love to have a rematch with the Steelers. I wouldn't mind. Known for folding at the end of the season. They're not good at home. They need to be mad about the Lions loss and get a win. I would agree because they got embarrassed. They got literally embarrassed. And like Walker said, hit that like button. I appreciate everybody that's been in here. Let's see. JT is an afterthought. I agree. Taylor will be in the dust. It took him 3 weeks to pass Henry after he got hurt. And Quan said it. All it took for Derek to get into consideration. All it took was for Derek to get injured to get into consideration. And they talk about JT like Henry don't exist. Yeah. They're making it seem like, oh, Jonathan Taylor's the greatest back ever. I'm like, no. He's only getting the notoriety because Derrick Henry's not in there. Visualize it, we can manifest the number 1 seed. See it, believe it. I know that's right. But, hey, that's that on that. We're going to get ready to watch some games tomorrow. I'm probably going to get ready to call it a night. We're definitely going to get ready to tune in for Wednesday. Definitely going to be having a big show getting ready for the Miami Dolphins. Again, make sure you share this show. I want to say thank you to everybody. Whatever happens, I hope he spoke the Texans last game. I would agree. In a passing league. And would have been well on his way to 2,000 now. But again, y'all, if you want some TNT swag, Make sure y'all hit me up. I'll get you in the right direction to get that. Also, I want to say, and I forgot to put up the stats from the 49ers game. This is what it was. We were outgained, 389 to 278, but we had more rushing yards, and the time of possession was similar. But that was a great win. But also, I just want to say thank you to all of y'all for your support. Thank you so much for all that y'all do. If you haven't subscribed to the show, please do. Help me get to 1,100. I'm like 7 away. Help me out with that. I thank y'all so much for tuning into the show. I'm going to let everybody get out of here. Spicy Curry, Merry Christmas. Quan, thank you. Great show. Titan Pratt, Merry Christmas. And everybody, I'm just going to say this. Go enjoy your fleece. Merry Christmas. We're going to get ready to have our first game of 2022 against Miami. And Merry Christmas. Tighten up, because y'all know why? That's all we know how to do. Good night, y'all. Merry Christmas.